Man, listen, man. Call it tradition, call it what you want. Ain't nothing messing with my Bustelo. Ladies and ugly men, Handsome Contractors here. Welcome to Handsome Island. This is Watch Me Make It, where I talk mindset, money, and real estate. Yeah, we get into real estate today, daddy. I know. I see what y'all saying. I know. Y'all love my mindset talk. I love me getting personal, getting into it. But y'all want to talk about the money in the real estate. I get it. I got you. For those that don't know, I'm a hard money lender. If you need to discuss anything with investing, go to hardmoneyhandsome.com and book a no fee. I didn't say free. Consultation, and we can talk, baby. We talk real estate, we talk investing, we talk requirements for hard money, which I gotta make a video about that because I know a lot of people ask me all the time this and that, and like, yo, Guap, just make a video about it. You're right. I'm gonna listen. So let's get to it, man. What's going on in this market? Who knows? I don't think the people even controlling it know. Let me tell you something. As a man that's on three sides of the coin, it's getting ugly. But we expected it, right? At least I expected it. So I'm seeing rates going through the roof. I'm seeing properties stay on the market a lot longer. I'm seeing, buyers take cuts. Rightfully so, right? I think the market is actually over leveraged. People just got too used to 2020 and 2021 where you put something on the market and literally 2 hours later, you were just like inundated with a bunch of offers. That's not how the game works. Or at least it shouldn't be. Sorry, buyers. I know y'all hate hearing that, but it's the truth. That's why these prices went through the roof. And it was okay, right? When the rates were low and people were able to just get into anything, it's different. It's a different game. But now that the rates are higher, I see people having to make different decisions. You're looking at rent. Rent is nuts, by the way. Like, it's through the roof as well. I've seen it come down a bit, but it still almost doesn't make sense, right? Whether to rent or to purchase. Obviously, there are other factors that allow you to purchase, but we'll get into that in another video. I just see that things right now are kind of like a little bit off, right? Like, so no one understands where we're going or where it's at. But don't be confused. Deals are still happening. And that's one of the main questions I keep getting asked. Do we pull back? Is the market gonna blow up? Is it gonna be like '08 again? And all these questions. My first answer is no. We're not gonna see '08 again. No, I don't see prices going down so dramatically. You saw like 30%, 40% cuts. It's not gonna happen. The market's not that over leveraged. This time it wasn't a show like last time. This is just, inflation. The president's throwing all this money on the table. Yo, the government is not here for you. These aren't freebies. These are loans. Pay attention. All that money they gave away, the stimulus checks, who's paying for that now? We are. Whether you see it in your taxes, whether you see it in inflation, one way or another, they're making that money back. Don't think the government is your friend. That's not their job. America is a business, and people that never ran a business or started a business have a tough time understanding that. I see it, a lot of the freedom fighters, like, oh, everything should be free, oh, this should be fair, I'm not knocking some of those things. There's a lot of stuff there that I agree with, but there's a lot more that goes into it. The risks that business owners take, corporations take, everything can't be free, people. Maybe in a Pollyanna world, sooner than later, sometime where I'm not existing, it'll happen. Who knows? Maybe it does happen in the next 10 years. Miracles have been happening lately, or shows. But what I will say, as somebody that I said is on both sides, not only am I an investor, but I'm also a hard money lender. People are still investing. And we're following the Cardinal Rule, which is, hey, buy right. The money is made on the purchase. Those days of just snatching anything up and paying $30K over asking price and it's okay because it'll sell right away are out the window. So when I get that question, is this the time to start investing? Yes, with right coaching, with right mentorship or right circles, because if you're on your own, it's a tough landscape to navigate. These aren't those days. Everybody could become an investor at that point. Anybody with business credit could become an investor at that point because you knew where to get the money. Even that's getting a little tougher to get at the moment. So we have to understand that it's always right to invest. It's just how you are investing is going to make the difference. Right now, you have to buy right, because if you buy wrong, any little switch in the market and you're stuck. Ask me how I know. I have a lot. And I say a lot, that means over 11, right? Because that's a lot to me. Dealing with that right now. Their houses on the market, their hard money loan coming due. They're struggling. Some are facing foreclosure. They can't even rent it out for what they would need to cover the mortgage. It's not pretty, but it's also not a time to run. What I'm seeing is this: the market is going to turn more into a distressed market again, so competition gets lowered. And homeowners, not the ones that kind of owe the money, but the ones that been kind of gluttonous, right? And they have it owned outright and they're like, no, I want 600,000. I've seen them take cuts of 100 or 150K to where their property should be valued at. So you have to understand, it's going to be a little bit a game of math. So you're going to need somebody holding your hand. Go check out my man Joe Reiter's channel. Joe, I hope I'm saying your last name right. It looks like Reiter. It's Reiter. Listen, if I'm screwing it up, I apologize. Go check him out. That's somebody you might want to hire as your coach. That's somebody you want to watch because he's giving free game left and right. He's been in this game God knows how many decades. He'll tell you, man, get used to the face, get used to the pace. He explains it to the T and in a tone, man, you're going to be like, wow, this guy's just talking to me. It's like listening to your OG talk to you in a smooth pace. I'm seeing people take a lot of big discounts. I'm seeing contractors get more realistic. That's another thing. If people aren't flipping houses, there's so many factors, right, that goes into the real estate market. So if you don't have people out there actually purchasing properties to get rehab, these contractors are now sitting with their hands in their pocket. That is kind of a replay of 08, right, where all these new developers are just sitting there unfinished. You saw a lot of work get left undone. Contractors are getting a reality check. They're coming down. They're giving you more realistic bids. Materials are going up, so you have to factor that in a bit. And it's been fluctuating for the last 2 years. It's been nuts. So that's not their fault. But on the labor side, no, they're getting more realistic. Right? They're giving you better time frames now instead of like, yeah, I'll do it in this time and not caring. You're able to negotiate more. I tell a lot of people investing with me, like, it's difficult to find somebody that'll just, get paid off of draws. But now in this market, a lot of more doing it. Right? So if you understand hard money, they don't give you the construction cost. We give you what's called draws. So the money is there. You put the money up front, the work is done, they come and pay you afterward, then you pay your contractor. Now you can actually negotiate with a lot of contractors like, look, I got no money to put out of pocket. You start the work. As soon as you're done with this section, we call the inspector, they come, the draw comes, I pay you. So I'm seeing that work out again, thankfully. Right? It gives new investors that possibility. But don't be fooled, man. This game is it's a simple one. It's just not easy. So you have to know what you're doing before jumping in. Do your homework. Hire coaching. I know I keep repeating that. You're like, is he trying to coach me? No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I can do it, but no, I'm not. I'm just letting you know how I learned the game. I learned the game by hiring Jake Light. I learned different things here and there. Then I was able to work with my man Fox. You know what I'm saying? That's my OG. I learned very different things from him. So I always paid to play. I figured who knew what I didn't know, and I followed their steps. And then you learn as you go along the way. Another key factor as well, though, helping people out is this. I don't know if you guys know about private lending, but you technically don't have to use your money to make a deal happen. There is ways to use other people's money in conjunction with the hard money loan. Hard money loan, let's just say it's 70%. That other 30%, you can negotiate with somebody and they'll come into the deal and put it. Typically, these are people that have money sitting in the bank or sitting in the stock market, and you see where stocks are at right now. So a lot of people are not seeing the returns they want to see. You can negotiate with them and say, hey, look, I need $50,000 for this project. I'll pay you 10% return on your money. 10% compared to what they get now everywhere else is amazing. They're not going to see that kind of money. So they would much rather invest into a deal that makes sense. Hence why you have to buy right. Because when you show them your IP, your investor proposal, they'll be able to look at that and say, okay, this makes sense. This is the time frame, yada, yada, yada. I allot for a lot of mistakes. I make a lot of room in my budgets, and that's on purpose. I've been doing that since the market was bad, the market got great, and now when the market is changing to whatever it's gonna be, I'll be doing the same thing. Don't underestimate. I see a lot of people do that, and that's why a lot of people are in bad shape right now. But don't let that scare you. Like I said before, there's still time for you to get in this. The market is changing. We're gonna see a wave of change. Get on the right side of the game and you might be able to invest. Don't be afraid. This ain't the time to sit on the sidelines cheering your friends on. This is the time to really get to it. Do your homework. If you wanna go on YouTube University and save yourself money, do that. I already told you a great channel. You can do that. If you wanna pay to play, which is my preference, go find yourself the right coach. Go get in the right masterminds. Go to your local RIA meeting. There's ways, man. Networking is the key. And networking is gonna matter so much more now, especially when building your team, when dealing with real estate agents, hard money lenders, construction, all that. These are people you can meet at your local RIA. I know I'm regurgitating stuff that you probably heard a million times, but maybe coming from my mouth, you'll be like, yo, you know what? That makes sense. That makes sense right there, Guapo. Please don't be afraid. Do your research. I'm gonna make a video actually on the recession and steps that I believe people should be taking instead of just running scared and hoarding all your money and not making moves. That's not the right bet. That's not how millionaires and billionaires became what they were. They took chances when everybody was running. When everybody's running toward the goal, hold back. Wait. I know you're like, nah, but I gotta get to it. Nah, that's when you hold back and wait. When everybody's running away from the goal and it seems a little bit harder to dig it out and get it, woo, the value of that gold is amazing because not everybody's willing to go for it. But when people are going for it and everybody got a piece, it ain't worth the same. Do the math, baby. God is good. God is grand. God is great. Stay favored. Yeah.